Hello, welcome to Cook In, a cooking tutorial presented by Mesa View United Methodist Church. Today we have a guest cook, Mr. B. Chamcharatri.
Thank you for having me here today. I'm really excited to share with you what I'm gonna make today. We are making in Thai we have the name in Thai, but I translated this and it becomes baby garlic and pepper chicken. But in Thai we call it I forgot the name in Thai, but I'll let you know when I actually remembered it. Actually, it's called Gai Pat Katiem Pik Thai, which is chicken, garlic, and pepper. So I guess we're gonna dive in right now. These are the ingredients, super simple and easy. We have chicken. So I have the bone-in chicken today. I'll tell you why I bought the bone-in chicken instead of boneless chicken. And then we have pepper. Garlic, which is basically the name of the ingredient, the dish. Some oil for cooking. Oyster sauce, and this one. So if you are allergic to seafood, you don't want to use this oyster sauce because it has oyster extract in it. But in the store, there is another variety that you can get, the vegetarian version, which basically they use, instead of oyster extract, they use mushroom extract in it instead. So it has that, umami flavor in the dish, and also the soy sauce or fish sauce. So choose the one that you like. And these are all ingredients that you can get from the local stores. Go to the Asian aisle, and you will find them there. So what we are going to prepare first, so because Asian dishes are very easy and super fast to cook, what we need to do first is actually prepare everything. Basically what we are doing is I'm gonna chop the garlic here, and basically garlic, just press it and the peel will come off pretty easily. You see a lot of people using different ways to do the garlic, and this is, for me, by far the easiest way. And then I just take the tips off because it's kind of dried. So I'm just gonna continue to do this. And I'm using the big knife. Just be careful when you're handling the knife. Some people use it a little smaller. That's fine as well. So basically what we're doing here, I'm using about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. And it actually, you may think it's a lot, but it has so many, texture in it. So one thing that I do is, for example, at the beginning, you may see this one is only garlic and oil, and I just cook it before, at the beginning of the, before I prep this, but I can show you how to make this as well. It's pretty simple. So right now you just need to chop the garlic down, and of course you can do this by hand. If you don't feel comfortable, you can do this with the what is it called, the food processor. Yeah. And so basically when you do this, make sure that you get your knuckle instead of your fingertips, and just chop this. Pretty simple. And then once you slice them, just chop them up. And you want it to be not super fine, but chop it really kind of well. You can have chunks if you like the chunky garlic, because these will be cooked down, so it will be actually not too pungent at all. So just gonna put this in the container here. Okay. And then, I forgot to mention that we also have garnish, the garnish of the dish. We use cucumbers and also cilantro or parsley. If you don't like cilantro, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare this as well, because we're gonna cut chicken later, and we don't want to. Of course, like, you can use another another cutting board, but because I already have one for now, so I'm gonna just use it, prepping everything, and then chicken will be the last one that I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cut. So. Right here. Gonna move. So right now I am just basically taking off the meat from the chicken. And the reason why I am buying I know that we can buy the boneless chicken, but I like the bone-in chicken because I actually will save the bones to make the stock later. So basically it's basically 1-2 punch of buying the bone-in chicken, because I don't need to buy chicken stock. I can just make it my own. And it's really simple, just bones in and water. For the chicken, you can use breast, you can use chicken breast, you can use chicken thigh, any cut that you like. One good thing about this dish is it's also very versatile. You could also, instead of if you're a vegetarian, for example, you could also use instead of chicken, you can use tofu if you eat tofu, or beef, or pork, or any of the protein of your choice. That is fine too. After you get the the meat out of the package or the bones, now you just cut it, cube it pretty much to the size of your choice. And then for the pepper, you can either ground it with the grinder like what I have there, or if you have the the traditional grinder with manual grinder, this is going to be the one that you can use as well. And we don't need a lot, we just need only 1 or 2 teaspoon, depending on how much you like the pepper in your dish. Yeah. So now that I cut everything else, the chicken and also the garlic and everything else ready to go. So now we just move everything here to the stove. I'm just gonna turn on this. I think medium is fine. So to make this garlic oil here, basically you just use oil and garlic, and basically you're infusing it, but you're infusing it to where it is golden brown. And I'm not gonna show how it's done here, but you can. This one is actually also at the top, at the to garnish at the end as well. But I'm just gonna put just some oils in the pan. Okay, I think it's about maybe 2, maybe 3 tablespoons here. Then once the oil is heated, you're gonna put the garlic and the chicken there. Okay, so once the oil is heated, we're gonna put the garlic in. So this one is 5 cloves, as I said. We can use half of this. If you don't want it a lot, you can use just like tiny bit of it. I think we're gonna use the whole thing. So garlic in, and you want to stir it. You don't want to burn it, just cook it a little bit to release the oil. And right now, if you can, I wish you could over here, you can smell the garlic and the when it hits the oil in the pan, it's actually smells really great now. And okay, so starting to see the colors, I'm gonna add a chicken in, and you want to hear that sizzle. So now we're just gonna cook the chicken. Let it cook it a little bit. You can stir it. now that, as you can see here, you know, after about, I'm gonna say maybe 5 minutes or so, the chicken started to cook. It's already, as you can see, that it changed. Now it's actually cooked. So now is the time when you want to add the sauce, like, you know, the all the sauces that we have. The oyster sauce, don't put a lot, maybe just 1 or 2. I'm just gonna eyeball it here. 1 or 2 tablespoons of that. It's actually super, like, can be salty as well, so just be sure to not put too much. A little bit of fish sauce or soy sauce, and this one is also just another, you know, 1 to 2 tablespoons. Actually, it's more like a splash, probably 1, and just mix them together. And then, you know, I see that it has a little bit of liquid here, you know, so I don't really need to add a little water, but you can add water if you think that your pan is a little dry. You can add a little water in there just to make sure that it has some, like, you know, liquid and everything. So now everything is done actually. So we're gonna turn off the heat, and then we're gonna plate it. And then cut. Oh wait, hold on. One more thing. One last thing. You know, we can turn off the heat. That's fine. And then we can add the pepper. And, you know, just a touch, maybe a few turns here, and everything is done. Okay. So now it's just plating. So basically, remember the cucumbers that we cut at the beginning of the you know, when we prepare everything. So you're just putting around, like, you know, as you can see here, and just plating is super simple. Plate it. And then for the garnish, like, you know, cilantro, you don't need a lot, maybe just a few leaves on top. And before we put the cilantro down, just want to sprinkle a little bit of that garlic oil. And this garlic oil, you don't need to use a lot of oil, just basically I want to just the garlic pieces, like garlic chunks, you know, to top this on here. Et voila, bon appetit. Yeah.
I have to tell you, B, this smells phenomenal, and I might have to change what we're going to have for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
So when you serve this at home, is there a side dish that you like to pair with it?
Yeah. So when we eat this dish with, you know, at home, we would eat it with rice, or, you know, this one can go as well with salad, like, you know, topping with salad. And also, I'm sure with potato or mashed potatoes would be fine as well. You know, so as I said, and, you know, as I said in the beginning of the show as well, the protein can be changed into different, like, protein of choice that people would like. And yeah, so.
Well, we appreciate so much for sharing this with us, and we'll look forward to having you back another time. But thank you,
Yeah.
and God bless you and your kitchens.
Thank you.